Hello everyone, myself Dr. Praveen Gadsing. We will be starting with our financial journey of life. Every nowadays we see that people saying that we make money, but always we find we are short of money. Why this is happening? And this is happening just because we are not planned properly our financial journey of life. As we know, our life goes through different phases, just like childhood, adulthood and old age. Similarly, our financial journey of life goes through different phases. And the different phases are, first phase is our struggling phase. Then comes our growth phase, financial growth. Then is the financial security. Then the financial stability. And ultimately financial freedom and financial abundance. So, as we have particular roles and responsibilities during our adulthood, childhood and old age. Similarly, the roles, responsibility and certain do's and don'ts are there in our financial journey of life. Coming up with the first phase, that is the struggling phase. The struggling phase is the phase which starts immediately after completion of our technical courses and we enter into our professional phase. So the struggling phase, and again I would like to repeat, all the phases which I am telling are arbitrary phases and average made up of about 100 people. So it's an average of 80 to 90% of the people which I am telling you. It is not true for each and every people, because some brilliant or intellectual or highly financially literate people can achieve these phases as early as possible, and in most of them they are not able to achieve these phases. It is because of the disciplines which they are following and not following. So coming up with the first phase, that is the beginning phase. The beginning phase of your financial journey starts immediately after passing out your technical courses and joining, and lasts for 1 to 2 years of your first 2 years of your financial or your professional career. In this phase, as per the definition of this phase, I would like to say the income is equal to your expenses, and that expenses are barely your livelihood expenses. Here, in most of the time, the income is equal to expenses in 80% of the professionals. So, what are the do's where we have to do? Here, we have to focus to increase our income and reduce our expenses. And here, the don'ts which I would like to say to do is, don't engage into any of the luxuries. Don't take lot of liabilities. Don't go for heavy loans. But unfortunately, what we have seen, as soon as people goes into their professional life, their mindset changes, their attitude, their approach towards the life changes. They start going for night outs, enjoy luxuries, buy big cars, big vacations and big home on loan. And unfortunately, the system or the surrounding is responsible for it. As soon as we go into professional career, the debit card person starts to approach you, gives debit cards, the bank approaches you for the loans, and we fall prey to this. And because of this, what happens? Your expense column starts increasing day by day. And if you don't follow the discipline, that is, if you avoid the don'ts of this, then only we are going to reach the second phase, or otherwise we are going to start struggle in the first phase. Now, climbing the second step of the ladder of your financial journey, that is the growth phase, which starts approximately after 2 years of your professional life and extends to maximum 5 years of your professional life. Here, as per the income and expenses are considered, your income is slightly more than your expenses, and there's some sort of savings are started. I would like to rather emphasize that rather than savings, I would call it as a emergency funds, because savings, as soon as savings comes, we try and do some investment or try and go for certain types of leisures. These emergency funds are meant for your career building, your business building and your profession building. So as I have told you, here's some sort of money which is being extra added into your income apart from expenses. This is meant only for your professional building or your business building. Again, the do's are somewhat similar to the do's and don'ts are somewhat similar to your first phase. Here we should focus most of the time on your business building, your career building, and use the money to expand your business or to promote your business. Then, as in this phase as well as the first phase, most of your income comes from active income only. There is no passive income. Try and avoid to indulge into most of the luxury items, the loans, liabilities as much as possible. Here, maybe you may have 10% of chances or 10% of income can be used for some leisure or luxuries, but if you try and avoid this, the path or the next few steps of your this financial journey will be easier. If you rather, but the truth with the today's generation is 90% of the emergency fund is used for luxury, and struggling is the ultimate thing which they face in life. And they keep on saying that I am earning but the no money is left down because the expenses are increasing day by day, and this is only and only because of improper planning and the don'ts which we have to not to do were being done in these phases. Then once you understand this, and if you have properly followed the discipline, we will climb the third stage, that is financial security. Now, what is financial security? Financial security starts approximately after 5 years of your financial life, professional life, and extends for 8 years, up to 8 years of your professional life. Here, the income is more than your expenses plus your emergency fund, and here you start to do some savings. Now, as there is a savings, here you have a security that if suppose some problem occurs, if there is certain break or financial crisis which are being seen, or there is certain slowdown, you can tackle to this. So here now, as some part of savings is done, now here the do's column starts. Again, I will tell you, this is also the phase where most of your income is through your active income. Now, as the savings have started, you can use these savings properly in proper investments like asset buying and not liability buying. And this asset buying can start generating your passive income. And this is the phase, if you properly plan it, you are going to come out of rat race partially, because here the savings is properly planned, asset development is properly done, your passive income and you are coming out of rat race can be started. Again, in don'ts, I would like to say, try and avoid as much as liabilities, as much as loan, avoid. Here, maybe you can go for certain big cars, slightly affordable homes, but don't go for the luxurious homes with lots of loan. Don't go for farmhouses. Don't go for expensive trips and all these things. If you try and make that shorter and smaller, definitely you are going to reach to a next phase where you can enjoy these things. And what is the next phase now? The next phase is your financial stability phase. Now, what is financial stability? Financial stability is now your income. It has two columns. One is your active income and your passive income. And here, the passive income is equal to the livelihood expenses which you can do. Again, I am telling you, here income is from two sources, that is active income and passive income, and your passive income will take place or will take care of all your livelihoods. And this phase starts if you are properly planned and disciplined your first 3 phases. That means this starts after 8 years of your professional life. And again, this is being done only if your savings are used only and only for your asset building, and not for liabilities. Now, as most of your expenses are taken care by your passive income, you can use your active income. A financially literate and a knowledgeable person will start using this active income for developing more of a asset generating investments, and will go into a phase which is called as financial freedom. Here you have a leisure to go for luxuries, go for big cars and all these things. But again, I'll tell you, if you plan this properly and have patience for some more years, you are going to a phase where the luxury items can be worn without any tension. So the benefit of this phase is, now your expenses are dependent on your passive income. Once you properly plan this phase, then you are graded to the next phase of your financial journey, that is financial freedom. As the word itself suggests, you have a financial freedom. And this phase and next phase, that is financial abundance, unfortunately is achieved only by 10% of people, because only 10% of the people have followed the discipline of the first 4 phases. So what is financial freedom? Now here financial freedom means, here your income is again generated through your active plus passive income, but the passive portion of income is very large, and it is not only going to take care of your expenses, which is livelihood, but also here your passive income can buy luxuries, as well as it can buy certain amount of free time for you, so that now you have free time as well as luxury, so you can enjoy these things. But one of the most disadvantage, or rather I would say the mental attitude starts changing in this phase. Certain people start feeling ego, and they rather think that all my decisions are right, so they start to take some bad decisions, like going for something beyond their capability and taking huge loan to develop an asset which they think will bring more money for me. And in this, as I've told you, only 10% of the people are achieve this case. Almost of this 10%, 90% of reverse back because of buying this huge asset, or this huge pseudo asset rather, and they go. So in this phase, in do's, I would say that you can enjoy your luxuries, but in don'ts, I would again like to emphasize that don't create ego, don't go for false pseudo asset development, and don't go for something out of budget. And if you follow this, you are going to go into the phase where only 0.1% of population reach, and here you are completely out of race, and here you can enjoy anything, and that is the financial abundance phase. And here you are not only getting leisure time, you are getting leisure money, and you have become a role model for everyone, and you have become a philanthropist, and you can not only enjoy your life, but you can make others also enjoy their life. You are money generator, you are employment generator, you are policy maker, and you are the person whom everyone will follow. You are the motivational, you are the inspirational person. So this is the phase which is a dream phase for each and every professional person who starts life. So a take home message in simple line is, follow the disciplines, follow the proper guidelines of your each and every steps of your financial journey, and if you follow them perfectly, you are going to get out of your rat race, you are going to generate passive income, and you will go into a phase which is a dream phase, that is financial abundance. Thank you so much.